I'm Annaiah. I work as the Associate Practice Director for the UK Infra Business, leading the Buildings and Places market at the AtkinsRéalis India office.
Hi, I'm Rio Annaiah, Senior Project Manager for AtkinsRéalis Australia. I've been with the business for over 10 years now, and this is a little sneak peek with my sister, working for the same business over a decade.
I started off my career in the year 2007 as an assistant architect, where I got exposure to a lot of Middle East and Indian projects. Did a lot of work during that time as, coming to know what are the norms of the countries and the different areas of interest, the different architecture in various countries. And then I moved into working with the Hong Kong region, and I was the single conduit for the Hong Kong region, identified from the India office. After which I moved into taking up more of UK projects, housing, commercial, name it, and I have it in my kitty. My career journey has been quite exciting for me. I started over a decade ago in the India office. I was recruited straight after university, and my sister was already in the company at that point of time. And it was great to work with so many talented people across the Indian office. I learned a lot. I was fresh out of university, so everything was new. But AtkinsRéalis is such a great place of learning, so I had nothing to complain. Right after the Indian office for about 2.5 years, I moved to the Middle East for a short while on a secondment, where again met really interesting people, which kind of I think motivated me to say that I should explore other opportunities. After that, I moved to the UK, in which I worked over a decade then, and I worked in multiple regions, West Midlands, London, Oxford, and it was a great learning. Even then, I worked for the transportation business. I worked for almost every rail station you could probably name, from Birmingham New Street to Crossrail to HS2. I thought, well, what could I do more to my career? So Australia was an opportunity, and I interviewed, and I've started with the Australian business for over 7 months back now, and it's been an interesting journey. So my opportunities are all, credit to AtkinsRéalis. Why I've been with this company for so long, I think I didn't still reach that glass ceiling. Each time I've reached that one, I've always got this difference that what more can I do? How can I make a difference staying in India, but to many other countries with the skill sets that I have? So that's where I wanted to get to. So this has been my place where I can get to know the global regional projects even better than going there, being placed there. I think I've had a round of the entire world sitting in India. I think one of the important things which I see is, most of the time we expect very quick results. Okay, and my only mantra would be that put the efforts, the results will happen. I think we get very carried away. Will I get this as my result? When you start your career, all that you have to see is, what can I learn? And if I can learn something, I can put in my best efforts, the results will happen. Change, transformation is a constant, and we have to accept it. Put your efforts, you will see the results.
Just grab any opportunity given to you. It's what you make out of it. It's what you grab out of it. And then eventually you'll just see yourself sliding up, and the trajectory is inevitable. Change is inevitable. And so as you just keep saying yes and yes to opportunities, I'm not saying say yes to anything that people ask you to do. See the competency, see what you can do. And if you can do more, do it in your way and say, we can do it in a better way. So grab every opportunity. No opportunity is small opportunity. People might question the fact saying, you've done 5 years of architecture. Why did you digress? Why did you become a project manager? You're just doing project management now. I mean, what did you do for those 5 years of hard work and all of that? And, but each one should know their skill set. Competency is key to you. You need to know what you're good at. I tried, like Cherry said, I tried different things that, different roles that were offered to me. And I felt like maybe design management was my forte. And I did design management for multiple years, and that kind of transitioned into project management. And I think I enjoy it now. And I would say that, you need to understand your own competence. You need to know what you can offer to the company before the company can offer you something. And I think there are multiple opportunities there. There are multiple options there, especially with a company like AtkinsRéalis, who has a global presence. You see any part of the world, they've got a little office there. So you can find yourself sat there doing a little bit of work, and you can bring out your best in it, and I'm sure the project best will be inevitable.
for me, AtkinsRéalis has opened up a new chapter altogether in my life, because I've spent so much of my time here talking to people, even my own team members. I think they've taught me a lot, and there are many times where I believe that younger generations are so much easier to talk to. You get to know so much. You feel younger yourself. So these are things which I have to thank everyone, my team members, my mentors, and any leaders within our teams who have given us every opportunity to prove that we have something best to bring on the table. We have, very much have, and that was the time when I led the project from Middle East, and it's called the Baku White City. I'm very proud of that project because that was one of the turning stones for my career. The reason being that it was a project which allowed me to start from being an assistant architect versus being a team lead or a project architect for the entire Baku White City from the India office. And we started with a team of just 3 members and went up to a team of 25 members at JTC, which was a proud moment because we delivered about 35 districts. And out of those 35 districts, we had Rio join us, to work out a lot of the elevations, a lot of the design aspects for Baku White City. So that project is one of those where, I definitely had to be spot on for the client, but also be a strict sister and a project architect, making sure my team's delivering very well.
Yeah, I think it was a challenging project. It grew arms and legs even before we knew it. And I think that was one of the key projects for me as well, because that was one which, I could be given an independent responsibility, and I was like, oh, I'm doing like a big piece of work, and I could do what was asked to do and kind of lead it. That's the one where I was seconded to Dubai as well, and learning design and kind of executing it, having a team who are working with you for it. It was one of the most exciting projects, I think, and I think we really enjoyed it that much that we ended up talking about it here at home. So that also happened. So yeah, for I think all early careers, I would say identify a mentor who is not in your business, who is not who you're not directly reporting to. Find somebody who you look up to though, and who can give you a kind of like a 360-degree view of where you are. Learn new things from these mentors. Like I think Cherry and I have had mentors who have been in our business and not been in our business as well, and they give you a very different perspective about how you can actually run the business or do more in the company. They give you opportunities you've never thought of, which are like right in front of your eyes. So identify those people, and I've been fortunate enough to have those people who guided me and told me, and I couldn't be more thankful for those people. A career in STEM is understated. There's so much you can do. It's not just math, science. It's not boring like people put forward. There's so much more exciting jobs. I'm an architect. I'm doing project management. I went from architecture to design management to project management, and it was gradual. It just happened. It wasn't like planned for, because I moved geographically and there were opportunities that were just thrown to me. I took it. And it just happened organically. It wasn't planned. So I would say the same. And I'm sure she'll resonate with me to say that, a career in STEM is something everybody should look forward to. I've always been known as Cherry's sister. And this is just not within AtkinsRéalis. It's been from kindergarten to school to university. We've always been in the same school and university. And I can tell you there was no one day I regretted it because she was a really good student. And with Cherry, she's always been very resilient. She's always been very calm, and that's her style even now. About the change, I don't think she needed change because she was already really good with what she did. She's very organized. She's got exceptional organizational skills. She knows what she's saying. She takes her time. She's thorough. So there are a lot of things that I've learned from her. But I must say now she's a little more stern with her approach. So that's a good part of her. And I don't think she's changed much. She's always been the proper one in the family.
About Rio, always seen confidence as her best attire, because that confidence has taken her around the world. And what I've seen is as she grew up, of course, that was constantly increasing. And today where she is, I think her confidence has gone way apart. She's able to challenge people on site with contractors from a different country. Having done university in India and being able to challenge someone from another country at UK, somebody who's hands-on with their work, that is a way too much for me, to be able to grasp from her. She's inspiring.
Cherry's exceptional at sketching, by the way. She understates it, but she's really good at it. She does sketch cards for people's birthdays, so if you've got one, you're a special one. She is very artistic.
And about Rio, I think she's very creative. That's a bit which many people wouldn't know about her, but she definitely is very, very creative and brings a different angle and tries new things. When you talk about innovation, I think it's innovation in her work, innovation in the way she selects things. So, that's a bit I think is something people may not know about her.
She is an inspiration. I've always looked up to her. And even today, if I have a work problem which I don't think I can solve, my first call will be to her to say, this is what the problem is, and this is what I've done. Do you think it's the right one? And then she'll give me like a logical reply back. I think my most fond memory would be stepping in after university on my first day on job. I had 25 new graduates from every discipline, mechanical, electrical, architect, and we were all under the same roof, and it was really exciting, and the kind of enthusiasm in everybody's eyes was great. And it was good to know that, a company like that gave opportunities for people right after university. So that was one of my fondest memories. And I have friends from like 10 years back who I still keep in touch with, even though they've, moved out of AtkinsRéalis. So
the fondest memory is the first day when I rejoined after my maternity break. And when my sister joined as a graduate architect, sometimes they feel that if they move out of India, only then there is, there's a successful career trajectory. But I feel that it's really what you can make out of whatever you have right now. I've had a lot of trips. I've had trips to Hong Kong, UK, Middle East. And thanks to AtkinsRéalis that they've given me so many opportunities to be part of so many workshops and trainings and project reviews and everything. It's really your talent which would speak. And if that's going to take you to places, well, it will, right? You don't have to ask for it, but it will. But what I would say is constantly give yourself enough learning and make sure that your skill sets are so good that anyone around the world will ask for you. Make yourself that important.
I would say within AtkinsRéalis, opportunities are there. Take it, build yourself, build the confidence, talent, and everything that you've got, and then it'll happen. You'll see it organically happening. I don't think you really need to push for it.
Huh?